Yo, 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 yo. Hello, hello. What up? Alright, I'm gonna watch some quick vids. It's time. Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk time. Alright, go. This is interesting as fuck to me. ADHD explain.
Know as ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or some people still call it ADD, attention deficit disorder, has been recognized by some doctors since way back in 1902. But from 1902 until 1980, it was all about little boys who couldn't sit still, couldn't shut up, and were driving everybody nuts. It was just behavior problems. The name of the disorder was changed a number of times, and there were different
Yeah,
formulations,
that's
but
me,
it was all
Mario.
about behavior problems. Since 1980, which is when they first changed the name of the
Behavior
disorder to
problems.
include the words attention deficit, we've
Why is it a
realized
problem?
that this is not so much a behavior problem, but far more a problem with the brain's management system, its executive functions. And we've also learned that there are many people who have ADHD who've never had any significant behavior problems. And that even for those who have, that's usually the least of it. It's the attention problems that tend to make more trouble for people,
Yeah, further.
particularly as
True,
they get a
true,
little
true.
bit older and more is expected of them for being able to manage themselves.
True that.
One thing that's important to be clear about from the very beginning is that ADHD has nothing to do with how smart a person is. There's some people who have this who are like super, super, super smart. Others high average, middle average, low average, slow. I treat people for this who are like university professors and doctors and lawyers and big shots in business. A lot of people who are regular folks. Some people have trouble doing the basics. You can be anything
Yep.
along the IQ spectrum and still have ADHD. It has nothing to do with how smart you are. The other thing to know is that this is a problem, a set of problems, that include a wide range of characteristics. And what I'd like to do today is to describe for you some of the characteristics of what we call ADHD, give some examples of them, and then talk a little bit about what we know about what's involved in the brain in the course of ADHD. One thing that's important is that one of the main things that people with ADHD complain about is they have trouble staying tuned. That when they're listening or reading or working on something, they get part of it, but then it sort of drifts off, and then they're back, and then they drift off, and it drifts off
Wow.
again, and then they're back. They have difficulty staying tuned. It's similar in a way to the problem you have with a cell phone, where you're in an area where you don't have good reception, you can get part of it, and then the message keeps fading in and out. The other thing is that they often have a problem with being distracted. Like anybody else, they see and hear things that are going on around them. They have thoughts going through their head. But most people, if they have something they've got to focus on, can push that stuff out of the way and focus on what they've got to do. People with AD, it's real hard for them to do that. You know, they'll be sitting in a classroom trying to listen to what's going on, or perhaps they'll be in a meeting, or sitting down trying to read
This
something
is
or write
fucked up
something,
true.
and somebody drops a pencil and they have to sort of check and see where did the pencil go. And then they'll be back on task again for a couple of minutes. Then they're thinking about some TV show they saw the night before. Then they're back on task again for a minute, and they're thinking about some conversation they had with somebody 2 hours ago. And then they're back on task again for a few minutes. And then they're looking out the window like anybody else will from time to time, but they're likely to sit and watch the squirrel go up the tree a little longer than somebody else and be checking out the traffic and the cloud formation, the guy who's mowing the lawn. Then they're back on task again for a few minutes. And they'll be thinking about what they're going to do when this is over and how soon is this thing going to be over anyhow. I've got things I've got to do. And what am I going to have for supper tonight? And I wonder what's on TV tonight. All these things are coming in all at one time. And it's almost like you're trying to watch TV and you've got 4 different stations all coming in at the same time on one channel, and it gets kind of hard to separate the signal from the noise. But the things that's puzzling about this, that really makes it very difficult for people to understand, is for people who have
That's
ADHD,
kind of
it's
fucked
like
up,
that
man.
almost all the time, but not always. Everybody I've ever seen who has ADD, and that's a lot of people, has a few things they can do where they have no trouble paying attention, no trouble focusing.
That's true.
Let me give you an example. 16-year-old boy I saw, he was the goaltender for his school's ice hockey team. And it just happened that the day his parents brought him in to see me, was the day after his team had just won the state championship in ice hockey. So they're bragging a little bit at the beginning about how great he was in the tournament the day before. And apparently he was a very good goalie. They said when he was in the net playing hockey, he missed nothing. He knew where the puck was every second of a fast game, totally on top of it. The kind of goalie every team wants. Smart kid. Tested way high up in the superior range, wanted to get good grades, was hoping to go to medical school, but he was always in trouble with his teachers. And what they say to him is, once in a while you'll say something that shows how smart you are. Well, we'll be talking about something, you'll come in with some comment that's really very perceptive, and it's quite impressive. But most of the time, you're out to lunch, you're looking out the window, you're staring at the ceiling, you look like you're half asleep. Half the time, you don't even know what page we're on. And the question he kept asking him was, if you can pay attention so well when you're playing hockey, how come you can't pay attention when you're sitting in class? Here's another example. A lot of times parents will bring in kids for me to see, and they say, no, the teacher says this kid can't pay attention for more than 5 minutes. We know that's not true. We have watched her play video games. And she can sit and play those video games for 3 hours at a time and not move.
Whoops.
And the teacher said she's easily distracted. That's nonsense. When she's playing those games, she's locked on that screen like a laser, and the only way you're going to get her attention is to jump in her face or turn off the TV. So again, it's like, you can do it here. Why can't you do it there? Now, it's not always sports or video games. There's some people with ADD, they're not good at that stuff. They might be into art, and they're sketching and drawing and really getting into it. Somebody else, when they're little, they're creating engineering marvels with Lego blocks. And then when they're older, they're taking car engines apart and putting them back together or designing computer networks. But everybody I've ever seen who has ADHD has a few things they can do where they have no trouble paying attention, even though on almost everything else, they've got a lot of trouble paying attention. And if you ask them about it, say, what's with this? How come you can do it here and you can't do it here, here, and here? Usually what they'll say is, it's easy. If it's something I'm interested in, I can pay attention. If not, I can't. And most people hear that and they say, yeah, right, congratulations. That's true for anybody. Anybody's going to pay attention better for something they're interested in than for something they're not, which is true. But here's the difference. People who don't have ADHD, if they've got something they've got to do and they know they've got to do it and it's important, they can usually make themselves pay attention, even if it's pretty boring, just because they know they have to do it. People with ADD, it is incredibly difficult for them to be able to make themselves pay attention. Unless the task is something that's really interesting to them, not because somebody told them it ought to be interesting, but just because it is interesting to them for whatever reasons. Or if they feel like they have a gun to their head and something very unpleasant is going to be happening very fast if they don't take care of this right here, right now. Under those two conditions, no problem. They can focus very well. Anything else, it's really difficult for them to focus. But the problem is, this is not something that's under voluntary control. It makes it look
Yo,
like
what
it's a
up,
problem with
Thomas?
willpower. If you can do it here, why can't you do it here, here, and here? But it's not a problem with willpower. It's a problem with the way the brain is wired. All the characteristics of ADHD, which I'm going to be describing here, are things everybody has trouble with sometimes. It's just people with ADD have a lot more trouble with it. So in that sense, ADHD is not
Look, it's
all
good
or
for
nothing
your
deal like
eyes.
pregnancy. Either you are pregnant or you're not pregnant, and there's nothing in between. It's more like depression, where everybody gets bummed out once in a while, but just because somebody's unhappy for a couple of days doesn't mean we're diagnosed
Hi,
as clinically
Simba.
depressed. It's only when those depressive symptoms are persistent and pervasive and making a lot of trouble.
No, it
for
was
us,
a
they
cat.
have-
Smart.
That's a depression. We ought to do
Smart.
something about it. So all the
Smart.
characteristics of ADHD are problems everybody has sometimes. It's just with people who have ADD, they just have a lot more difficulty with it more of the time. And the problem is it is not under voluntary control. It's not something you can do with willpower. But let me tell you about some of the other things.
Simba.
People with ADD.
Scar. Simba.
Have
Scar.
trouble getting organized and getting started on things. For many, it's difficulty organizing their stuff. That their backpack, their desks, their notebooks, their filing system, their living space, bigger mess than most other people most of the time, unless somebody else is helping them take care of it. Other people have no trouble at all with their stuff. They have a lot of trouble with their time and their work. And what they'll tell you is, if I have a bunch of stuff to do at one time, it's really hard for me to look at and say, okay, that should be first, that should be second, that should be third. But even when they get their priorities straight, which often doesn't happen, they tend to have a lot of difficulty getting started. Another piece of it that you often hear about from people with ADHD is they'll say they have a lot of difficulty in regulating their sleep and their alertness and being able to keep up the effort to finish things in a reasonable time.
Simba.
Many complain that they have trouble getting to sleep. And what they'll tell you is, I often stay up a lot later than I really want to or should. Because I found if I try to go to bed before I'm really, really exhausted, I just can't shut my head off. I just keep thinking of stuff. And so I stay up late, reading, watching TV, surfing the net, or whatever, until I'm just exhausted. Then I fall asleep fine. But the problem then is I tend to sleep like a dead person, and I have a hard time resurrecting
Well,
myself in the morning. And if I don't have somebody around to help me get myself out of bed in the morning, I'm very likely to be late to whatever it is I'm supposed to do, or possibly sleep through the whole thing. I just keep hitting the snooze button or just turn the clock off altogether.
hmm.
During the day, they're usually all right, as long as they're on their feet moving around or talking a lot. But if they have to sit still for very long to listen or to read or do paperwork, the eyelids start getting kind of heavy.
True that.
Another thing that often happens as a problem with people with ADHD is they have trouble staying with a task, that they may start it reasonably well, but they have a hard time then keeping up the effort to finish it in a reasonable time. I had a track star from the university, a runner who came into my office one day, and he said, "My mind's a great sprinter, but it's a lousy distance runner." He said, "If the task I have to do is something you do in one quick chunk, you just go all out for it and then you're done with it, I'm fine. But if it's something where you
Yeah,
can't
that's
do it in one
true.
quick chunk, it's a longer term project, you have to keep chipping away at it day after day, that I have more trouble with." And my approach then is either hurry up, slapdash, get the thing done, or why don't we just set this aside and wait until it becomes a little more of an emergency? Everybody has trouble with deadlines sometimes. People with ADD, it's almost like they can't get started until it's becoming an emergency. Another thing that often persons with ADHD
But
have trouble
wow,
with is writing.
it's like really true.
I'm not talking about penmanship now. I'm talking about taking ideas and putting them into sentences and paragraphs. Because what people will say is often, I've got a lot of ideas for what I should write for this essay I'm supposed to write or for this term paper, but it just takes me half of forever to be able to get the sentences and paragraphs put together so they make sense. I'm either changing it or it's just disorganized. They have difficulty
What
organizing
text is
their
that,
thoughts and
dude?
being able to get the words out in a reasonable way. Another piece of this, it's not part of the official diagnostic criteria for ADHD, but it's certainly something that a lot of people with ADHD are concerned about and complain about, is that many times they have difficulty managing their emotions. I need to give you a few examples because it's not the same
PvP
for everyone.
prison.
Salesman I saw one time came in and he
DC.
said, I was in the diner yesterday late
Here
afternoon
we
eating
go.
lunch. I'm in a pretty good mood sitting there eating my sandwich. The guy in the booth behind me gets his sandwich. He's chewing to it loud. He's going chomp, chomp, chomp. He said there was something about that noise was driving me nuts. It was as though a computer virus had gotten into my head and just gobbled up all the space, and that's all I could think about was that noise. I'm sitting with my fist clenched, seriously thinking about getting up and smacking this guy in the mouth because he's chewing so obnoxiously loud. He said I didn't do it. I didn't want to get arrested. But if I'd been at home, I would have been yelling at somebody or walked out of the room. He said that was strange because after a few minutes, he's still making the same noise, but then it didn't bother me anymore. He said stuff like that happens to me a lot. Well, there'll be some little frustration. The kind of thing that most people on a scale of frustration would say, it goes from 0 to 10 and say, that's a 0 or a 1, maybe a 2 at the most. For me, he said it can be like a 7 or an 8 or a 9. He said, sometimes I make a big fuss about it. Other times I don't say anything, but I feel this surge of anger where I feel like punching somebody or breaking something. And then usually it's over with. But he said it's not always that way. He said, day before that, I'm at the office. I'm walking down the hall. A friend of mine who works in the other department's coming around the corner. He's walking toward me, reading some papers as he's walking. And I hadn't seen him for a long time. So as we approached each other, I stopped and said, hey, what's up? How you doing? I figured we'd stop and chat for a minute. He looks up, says hi, puts his head down, keeps right on walking. He said, now most people would blow it off in a minute and figure he's in a hurry. He's got to get to a meeting or something. We'll talk later. He said, not me. It had been at lunchtime. I got nothing done for the rest of the day. I spent all afternoon thinking to myself, did I do something to annoy him? Or maybe I did something to offend somebody in his department and they're all angry with me. Or maybe I'm just the kind of person nobody likes, so nobody tell me about it, but I couldn't get it out of my head. Other people, it's not like that. They get an idea in their head of something they want to do or something they want to get or something they want to buy. And all of a sudden that wish takes on such strong urgency that the feeling is, I've got to have it now. And it almost doesn't matter how expensive it is or how inconvenient it's going to be for them or for somebody else, or whether they're using time and money now for this that they know they need for something else tomorrow that's more important. There's just this relentless push, and they will keep that up until they get it or they hit a brick wall. But even if they get it, they're not that happy because usually by then they're off on something else they want. Other people, it's not like that, but they worry a lot. Like a woman talked about how she was driving down the expressway. She's in the left lane. She said, I'm in the left lane. I got the Jersey barrier to my left, an 18-wheeler truck on my right. We're cruising about 65 miles an hour, and this truck starts to pull over a little bit. He didn't get in my lane. It got me thinking about how big his truck was, how small my car was. And pretty soon I'm thinking to myself, what would happen if he didn't see me? And he pulled over and squished me against the Jersey barrier. And soon, I'm not just thinking about it, I'm running a very vivid movie in my head, imagining exactly what it would look like if that truck came over and smashed into my car, crumpled the car, sharp pieces of metal are sticking into me, I'm bleeding to death, the car's getting dragged along the Jersey barrier, the truck jackknifes, cars and trucks behind us are hitting us repeatedly, there's this massive traffic jam, takes a long time to get the rescue squad out to cut me out of the car. By that time, I bled to death. They have to call my family and tell them I'm dead, and all this while I'm trying to drive the car 65 miles an hour down the road. She said stuff like that happens to me all the time. There'll be some little thing. And I think, what would happen if this happened? And everything's going along all right. And I'm thinking, what would happen if this happened? Or what would happen if that happened? And pretty soon I'm not just thinking about it, I'm into it. Now, it's not like anybody with ADD has all this stuff. But many will have one or some combination of a couple of them. But what they have in common is that computer virus in the head thing, that the emotion, whether it's the hurt feelings or being annoyed about something, or I've got to have it now, or what would happen if comes and just sort of gobbles up all the space in their head. And it's very difficult for them to put it in perspective, to put it to the back of their mind and get on with what they've got to do. Another thing that's very important for people with ADHD is their working memory. If you ask folks who have ADHD, how's your memory? Often they'll say, I've got the best memory in my family. I can remember stuff nobody else can remember. And they'll give you some example about some movie they saw 10 years ago, and they can tell you every detail, the entire storyline of the movie they saw once 10 years ago. I haven't seen it since. Or somebody else will say, yeah, I went to the Super Bowl 5 years ago. I can still describe for you almost every play they ran during that game. Or somebody else will say, I've got 450 songs in my head. All the music, all the lyrics, all the verses that were popular back in the 70s. But even though they might be very good about remembering some things like that from a long time ago, if you ask them about something that happened yesterday, often they can't tell you. The problem with memory, with ADHD, is not with long-term storage memory. It's with short-term working memory. It's what you depend on when you go into the other room to get something, and you're standing there scratching your head and wondering what in the world you came in here for.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Or you're working on a project, you go downstairs, get something you need for the project, see something else that's interesting, or something else that needs doing. Soon you're up to your elbows in project number 2, having totally forgotten you were in the middle of project number 1 upstairs. It was kind of important to get it done.
Wow.
Students complain they'll be in class. Teacher asks a question. They raise their hand. They've got a good answer for it. Teacher calls on somebody else first. You have to wait while this other kid says her shtick. Then the teacher comes back and says, yeah, what were you going to say? It's like totally clueless.
Yeah.
Not only have I forgotten what I was going to say, well, what was the question again? Or they'll read something. They understand it perfectly well at the moment that they read it. They read a few more pages, stop for a second, and realize their eyes have gone over every word, and they haven't got the foggiest idea of what they just read. Or, if it really bothers them, they'll study for a test the night before the test. They'll go over it and quiz them. They've got it. They go into class the next day thinking they're going to get a good grade on this, and all of a sudden a big chunk of what they knew the night before has evaporated. Can't pull it out of their head when they need it. But then a few hours, a few days later, something jogs their memory. It's all back again. It's not that they didn't have it.
That's not funny, but it's funny.
Or you're getting ready to go someplace. You think of 5 things you need to
I
do.
hate exams.
Half an hour later, you're walking out the door, you got one of them. Can't remember the 4 to save your life. It's where you have to hold one thing in your mind while you're doing something else. That's the kind of memory problem that people with ADHD complain about.
Yeah, with math, holding numbers in your head.
Another part of this is managing action. You know, it's certainly true that there are some people who, even as adults, are very restless and antsy. It's like they always have to have some part of them in motion. And there are some who are very quick to jump into things, even as adults. And certainly there are many kids who have this sort of thing. But the fact is, many people with ADHD have difficulty slowing down when they need to slow down and speeding up when they need to speed up. Often they have difficulty in monitoring their actions. They'll sometimes speak out of turn and not take into account what the effects are going to be of talking out and saying what they're saying. Or they'll jump into something without thinking about what's going to happen if I do this. But all these things I'm talking about, the problems with memory, the problems with difficulty in controlling actions, the problems with regulating emotions, the problems with regulating alertness and sleep, the problems with being able to focus and shift focus when you need these, all these things constitute the range of difficulties that people with ADHD complain about. And remember, all of these are things everybody has trouble with sometimes. It's just that people with ADD have a lot more trouble with them. So the question is not does it ever happen, but how much does it happen? how much does it interfere with the person's being able to do the things they have to do in their daily life? Now, how does it happen? Why is it that some people have this so much more difficulty with these things than other people do? The evidence shows that it seems to be mostly inherited. Out of every 4
Hold up.
people diagnosed with ADHD, one of them has a mom or dad who's got it, whether they know it or not.
Hold up. Yeah,
they
my
never
pops
used to
has it.
diagnose this very well, and even today it gets missed a lot. The other 3, if they don't have a parent who has it, usually they have a grandparent or an uncle or an aunt or a cousin or brother or sister. One of their relatives will have it, although often it's not recognized. There are some people who have this where you can see it from early childhood. There's some others where you don't see it much in the early years of their schooling, but then when they begin to move into middle school and they don't have that one teacher who can help to keep things organized for them, now all of a sudden they've got to keep track of what's going on in several different classes and homework for different courses and moving around from one class to another. They have a lot more difficulty managing it.
Yep.
There's some whose parents are so effective in building a scaffolding around them that you don't even see the problem until they get up into high school, where the parents are not that much aware of what they need to do, or they may move out of the house and move off to college or get involved in some work where the parents can't help them, and you begin to see then that they have a lot of trouble organizing themselves and doing what they need to do. So we don't always see this in early childhood. Sometimes it doesn't really appear until adolescence or early adulthood. But the fact is that those are usually the hardest times, I would say probably for most. Middle school, high school, first couple of years of college or going out in the work world, those are the times when most people with ADHD have the most difficulty with it, because those are the times when you have the widest range of tasks you have to do with the least opportunity to escape from the ones you're not that good at. If you're lucky, as you move on, you can focus more on the things you're good at and let somebody else do the other stuff that you're not that good at. And some people function quite well that way. But the fact is, these are problems that can cause a lot of difficulty, not just in school, but in the way people get along with other members of their family, the way people manage their social relationships, and the way they manage their jobs. And what we need to do is to be able to design a way of helping them to work with their strengths and working around their difficulties. But I think in order to be able to really appreciate this fully, it's important to understand what's going on in the brain that underlies these difficulties, which I've just been describing. The brain is about 2.5 pounds, about that big. In there, you've got 100 billion neurons. Those are the cells that make up most of the brain tissue. It's hard for most people to imagine a number as big as 100 billion, but here's a way you can do it.
That's a lot, dude.
Think about pixels on
Holy
a TV
crap.
screen. Imagine a 17-inch TV screen or monitor screen for your computer. On that screen, you'd have about 200,000 pixels. Now, imagine if we then went to the Freedom Tower in New York. It's almost 100 floors high. And take 17-inch monitor screens and set them side by side, bottom to top, all the way up one side, all the way around, so this entire building is totally covered with 17-inch TV sets, and turn them all on, and add up all those pixels on all those screens and that entire huge building. You would then have enough pixels, if you added them all together, to show how many neurons one person has in their brain. Now, these neurons,
That's
they're
nuts.
very, very tiny. You have to look at them under a microscope. But they come in different sizes and shapes, but they all work on a branches and twigs system, something like this. And if you isolate any one of them, you'd find that there are over 1,000 places where it's connecting and interacting with the ones around it. But the thing that's amazing about it is the whole system works on low voltage electrical impulses, and it is not wired together for anybody. That's true for those with ADHD. It's true for every one of the rest of us. They are not directly connected. Let me show you what it looks like. If you can imagine these tiny, tiny connections that are so small you need a microscope to see them. Look like a couple of mushroom heads butted up against each other. And then there's a space between them which is thinner than a piece of tissue paper. So when there's something that's coming in from the brain, electrical impulses traveling along here,
But how doesn't it
jump this
lose?
gap like a spark plug. And then there are little receptor buttons on the other side here that it has to connect with. And if it comes in strong enough, it goes on to the next connection and moves on from there.
What?
To wherever it needs to go. If it doesn't, it just fizzles here. But the other thing we have here is there are little bubbles on the side. This is where they're coming from. This is where the chemicals are manufactured. The brain makes 50 different chemicals to help carry messages back and forth.
Jeez.
And there are two of them that control
This is
most of the
interesting
things
as
that I've
fuck.
been describing in ADHD. So what's happening when that electrical impulse comes is it releases microdots of that chemical. That's what crosses the gap and hits these receptors. It works like a spark plug. And then if it hits the right threshold, it moves on. And then on this side, there's some little cells that work like little vacuum cleaners that go and suck back the chemicals and reload the system. Otherwise, it would be just locked open all the time. We think what happens with people who have ADHD is their brains make these chemicals the same way everybody else's brain does, but they simply do not release and reload them effectively. And the other thing we know is that for 8 out of 10 people who have ADHD, if you give them the right amount of the right medicine, the system can work better. For some, it's huge how much it helps. For others, it's substantial, but it's not huge. For others, it helps a little, but not that much. And 2 out of 10, it doesn't work at all. But the fact is, though this is indeed a chemical problem, the medicines that we have for ADHD cure nothing. It's not like you have a strep throat, you take an antibiotic and it knocks out the infection. It's more like my eyeglasses. I have a problem with my eyes. I can't see well. If I'm looking at typewriter-sized print, it just looks blurry to me. If I put these on, I can read it as well as anybody can. Take them off, I'm right back where I started. The glasses do not fix my eyes. They just help me see when I've got them on. And the same thing is true of the medicines we use for treating ADHD. But it's also important to recognize that medication is just one aspect of the treatment that's important for somebody with ADHD. And there are many ways in which we help people with ADHD by helping them to learn skills, by helping them to use some technology and strategies to be able to deal with
I've
whatever
got
they
some
have to deal
coaching.
with in school
It works.
or on the job
It helps
or
a
in their
lot.
family and
It doesn't
social
work, but it
relationships.
helps.
And it's
Helps a
most
lot.
effective to be
Mind
able
coaching.
to, first of all, have a very good evaluation to understand exactly which problems with ADHD this particular person has, and then to have the team of, if it's a child, the child and the parent and the doctor in consultation with the educators, the teachers that are working with them, to try to assess what are the strengths of this child. That's our beginning point. What are the difficulties? And what plan can we put together which will allow us to be able to build on those strengths and help the child or the adult learn about ways of dealing more effectively with their difficulties so that they can succeed and reach their full potential.
That's awesome. Alright, let's get into the gaming. That was mad informative. Alright. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk. A hot fix. My shit crashed last night, so I hope it's saved. Red engine. Oh snap. A little short session before that dinner. Risk of seizures. Let's go. Beoing. Like the Doom music though, honestly. It really is. Let's see what I can put. What the fuck is all this shit? There we go.
Hey everyone, feels great to have you back. So then, did you all hear about that Arasaka aircraft carrier docked in Night City? Called Kujira, or the Whale?
Malone drops his guard. You can see the fatigue on him. It's really starting to weigh him down. Starting to take over. Hernandez pounces.
Vicky, spry as ever, you old ripper. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too, V. It's been a while. What do I owe the pleasure today?
Last gig. Had to jack into a client's neuro socket. Think I might have gotten spiked.
Experiencing migraines, nausea, hypersensitivity. Your bright lights?
Whole kit and caboodle.
All right, kid. We'll sort you out in a flash. Besides that, how are things?
Need some new kit, but tools, not toys, Vic. Time I bumped up my sights and got a grip. Vic, shit's getting real.
The Dexter Deshawn? Well, that is something. But let me guess. Hasn't paid you yet.
Quit crying, Vic. I'll bring you the eddies later, with interest. You know I will.
Last time. You hear?
Oh.
Chair, please. Sit down and relax. Kuroshi Optics. Best I've got, and should be about right under the circumstances. Now jack in. You peruse and choose while I scan. See what's going on inside.
Use Superman abilities. Whoa. Wow, that's cool. Ooh, what is this? Quick hack? One street card. Oh man. First time is 3% of your health while you're fighting. That's sick. Damn. Alright.
Mark 1, like I said. Decent enough scanner. Displays data on your cornea. Cherry on the top's a built-in external lens disruptor. In layman's terms, any surveillance cam will capture your face as a blur. And just remember, your body will still show up as crystal clear. This should do the trick. Talks to Kuroshi Tech, too.
I'm ready. Carve away.
Excellent. Let's do this. Lay that major league arm of yours right here.
So, what's new in the life of Victor Vector?
Yeah, if I'm being honest, not much. And that's fine with me. I used to live in a world where all that mattered was who's who, what's what, and how's why.
And what happened?
One day, I just dropped it and never looked back. I'll never be a legend in this town, but been sleeping nights ever since.
Yeah, custom nips. Yeah.
Just like that.
Me too.
Thanks.
Like an hour ago.
Now,
I woke
a
up
bit of
like
anesthetic
this.
and I can start cutting. Feel anything?
Play by play, though? Really, Doc? Makes you sound like a dentist. Always going on and on.
Don't be mean now. Remember, I'm old. I got a shaky
I'm a
can in
champion.
hand.
I was going to bed this hour 3 days ago. Oh
Lights
yeah.
out for a minute, all right?
You switching it up for real. You can play Tarkov later. Oh, I gotta make dinner and do some shit. Grab some Christmas presents. Some Christmas presents. We just do it more for the fams though.
Okay,
What?
let's
I'm
test
blacked
this.
out.
See the magic in action. Linking you in. You might feel a little discomfort at first. Blurred vision, low contrast, glitches. Well, how's it look? Feel all right to you?
Oh, this is fantastic, Vic.
Oh, beautiful. Time for the scanner. It might take you a few seconds to adjust, but first time's rarely the charm, with anything, really.
Best rip doc
Scanner should
ever watched.
eventually sync with your thought processes and read your intentions. I also inject an NCPD file search.
Oh damn.
Any ne'er-do-wells? You know exactly what they ne'er did well.
That's awesome.
It ought to work like a charm. Now
Wow.
draw your weapon. You should see your ammo count in a brand new sight.
Oh, this is badass. Oh snap! You were about to target. Oh, thanks, brother. Thanks for stopping by.
V?
What the fuck does this do now?
How about the neurovirus from the last job? Can you check it?
Done and gone while we were putting in your implant. And a full sweep on your soft
I like
circuits.
Terminator vision.
Zap the critter. You're certified bug-free.
Shit, Victor, not bad. I don't know what to say.
Say you'll take this and remember the dosage. 2 whiffs now, and another 2 in an hour.
Thanks again, Vic. You're the best. I owe you.
You gonna start Tarkian now?
Show 'em what you're made of.
Yeah, I'll probably go do it later because Robo's gonna be on.
Guard up, you idiot. Come on, punch him.
Who's winning?
Hernandez. You know, in the old days, that cripple Malone would have been flat on the boards. Now, every last fighter's got extra skull lining. Absorbs 75% of every blow.
Got cash riding on this?
Nah, just looking. It's out of habit more than anything else. Okay, let's put a pin in that.
I do not belong to you, or rather, not only to you.
Your heart chakra looks a little out of whack, babe. I can release it for you, but you'd have to watch out for negative energy fields and avoid mean reds. Anything red.
It's got 10-year reward.
Thanks, Misty. You're the best.
Did I take
Here's your
him?
aura. It needs tending, baby. You've gotta brush it daily.
V, yo,
Oh no, he's my boy.
talked to Dex while you were in with the doc. He's waiting in his ride. For you. Ain't but a hop to where he's parked. Next to Gramsci Burgers.
Okay, do my best to talk us up.
Not only to you.
What are you?
Do you truly believe that those who have
Listen,
sold you your
I've got this
mechanical
delicate
eyes
matter.
have resisted
That's why I called you.
temptation to peek?
The number of cyber psycho attacks in the city is on the rise. Now that's probably not news to you, but this issue matters to me for a few reasons. There are people who say cyber psychosis can be treated.
Right.
And I know exactly how that sounds, but I believe even an unproven therapy is still better than a bullet to the brain. If I get a tip about a possible attack, I'll give you a call. Maybe you can investigate before Max Tack hits the scene. But remember, you're not there to execute anybody. Try to incapacitate the attacker, and I'll send someone to pick him up. I hope
I
that's all
love this
clear.
Terminator vision, dude. I got you, bro.
Kill him! Quick!
Yeah, let's fucking go, dude.
시청에서 알려드립니다. 허스피터 금액은 NCTV 관련 지역에 있지 않습니다.
Does it? Oh, look, find the car keys. Fisselden. HUD looks clean and your stream looks good. Thanks, bro. I want that. Oh, snazap. How do I draw that one? How do I?
temperatures.
How do I get the other one?
Care and stay in the shade.
What the fuck? Look at that. Ooh, my killers move in silence. Why am I running like that? Open my door, bitch. Do the killer power slide.
Yo, Mr. V, a pleasure.
Dexter
I like
Deshawn
having
in the
the
ample indeed.
health bar up just because it's an RPG, but
Let's roll.
the numbers look stupid.
Mind if I ask you something right off the bangle?
Oh, Rick Ross.
Would you rather live in pieces, Mr. Nobody, die ripe, old, and smelling slightly of urine, or go down for all times in a blaze of glory, smelling near like posies, without seeing your 30th?
Yo, thanks for the compliments, bruh.
You're either somebody or you fizzle out into nothing. Night City don't let you choose.
The hell?
Oh, but it does.
No.
See, in my line of work, I
Sorry,
choose to be
I
Mr.
can't.
Chill.
No.
But folk who try to take advantage, well,
Let's see the beast inside.
beast inside.
Let's see the beast.
All right, listen close.
What?
Scanning a serious
My
job
my
now.
cock face?
Playing gargantuan compared to smashing up a scav home.
Only thing I noticed about this game, bro, is the mirrors.
Hang on.
The mirrors
I got a
fuck up,
question my own
and
now.
on the OBS
Why all
it
this
looks
fix?
weird. It like
Why
flicks
me?
on and off.
Could have had Jackie or T-Bug sitting here. Could have just done this on comms.
Call
Oh.
me old-fashioned, but I like to look anyone I do biz with in the eye. Had the pleasure
Yeah, I'm
of
just doing
meeting
a
the
short
Jack
stream,
in
and
the
then maybe
past.
we could do
This
some
sweet T-Bug
Tarkov
helped this brother
later, and
out
then
2
I'll
years
play
ago.
Cyberpunk again.
So
I don't know.
here we
I might
are.
just edit some
Besides all that,
clips
got
tonight,
a special little pre-mission just for you.
or play Tarkov
But
off
we'll
stream
get to that.
after that. I'll see what you're up to, though.
I haven't played in
Let
so
me hear
long.
it.
I just
What's
lost
the
I want
job?
to play Tarky with you and
There's
Robot.
this prototype
It's
tech,
fucking gonna be
a
troll.
biochip to be precise. Jobs
Keanu
to
and
grab.
Ray Trace
Simple.
haven't seen any of his work
Yeah.
yet.
Guessing it belongs to a corp.
Mm-hmm. Arasaka. Surely that's no problem.
I turned everything on. Look, hold on.
No, no problem.
Here, look. I tweaked some things. I turned all this shit on quality. And I turned this shit on medium. Not ultra. I think I could try ultra. Ready? I'll try it. Okay. Let's see the ray tracing,
Just a
dude.
death sentence.
That's
NC's
not that bad.
Arasaka's turf. Nobody fucks with them here.
What can I say, Mr.
Divide
V?
some
High
cheeks.
risk, high reward.
Grand Canyon,
First
some
rule of the
asses.
afterlife. Besides that, I'm no leadhead. Ain't gonna leave no trace for them to follow, cause we gonna do this clean and on the hush-hush.
On the hush
We
hush.
understand each other.
You work this out?
Ooh,
Got a
better
plan?
shadows.
2 things. First, a conundrum with the Maelstrom boys. Needs active resolving that. Second, a rendezvous. Simple. Client who brought us the job's anxious. She wants to parlay with one of the team.
Is it? It is. No, it's outside here. Look.
Hello?
What's the issue needs resolving with Maelstrom? Got a beef?
Slot in the shard. Got a classic tale for you. Psycho gang doing its thing 2 weeks back. Jumped
It's
a
the
military
other
convoy.
window
Got away with the
outside
gear.
me.
Corp
The
don't
building.
even know Maelstrom's involved. Now see, Convoy was carrying the Flathead, a little combat bot. prototype.
He didn't.
And I need me that bit of high-grade military tech. Because if we don't get that bot, we don't get no soccer chip. And we sure as hell don't get no happily ever after. But don't get excited. It's a single-use toy. Now, I flat out purchased the damn thing from Maelstrom. Problem is, I did so from a gent went by the name of Brick. I say when, because Brick was the leader. 3 days after we'd sealed our deal, his friend and gangmate, one Simon Randall, aka Royce, plain dropped his
What
ass.
the fuck?
Royce is in charge now. and I got no way of knowing
Happened to
if
his
he aims
face.
to honor his predecessor's word. To add to this shitstrom, one Meredith Stout of Militech has developed an interest in said convoy.
Royce guy. What's he like?
A straight psychopath. Chrome-loving kind.
Big club in this town.
I'll give you that. Except few of its other members, no matter the stakes, would put a friend and associate
It
through
really
an
is, I
industrial
think, the
microwave
reflection.
dryer. Apparently, first thing to burst are the eyeballs. Get a
Yeah,
nice clear pop.
it is.
Then the rest goes goulash.
Who's the prima donna?
Corpo agent, internal affairs. Been
Yeah.
skidding around town asking after the convoy as if her life depended on finding it. The one lead she's got zip-tied in her trunk. Stick up her ass ain't growing any shorter, so she must be getting desperate. Be wise to think how you could use that. Of course, to do so, you'll need that frazzled cat's info. Sending it now.
Client. What's her
They
thing?
can't tell though.
Why she need to meet?
Woman's name's Evelyn Parker. Vetting her wasn't easy. Put the word out I was looking for any kind of intel.
Right, and?
Some brothers from Pacifica got back to me. Told me to stop looking. End of convo. Anyway, our little client insisted
Cheap
on meeting
ray
someone with
trace.
skin in the game. You know, who'll be there for it all.
You want me
Yours
to put
truly
it
will
on
be
the
a
highest one? Let me see. Let's see, dude.
T-Bug ain't no people person, and Jaggy's only good at some things. I know you know what I mean. Pretty much leaves you.
Think I got everything. Time I got to work.
Well, that's just music to my ears. I'll set up the meet with Miss Parker at Lizzie's bar. Flathead, though's gonna be all you. One more thing, Mr. V. Quiet life?
Nah, he just
or
smashing
blaze of
on it.
glory? Later now.
Jackster, talk to Dex.
Yeah, Gordito's a big deal. Literally a 9, yeah?
Claimed to want to check our pro cred. But to me it feels more like he tangled us up with Maelstrom and Militech. There's this combat bot, military prototype. Maelstrom clept it. Then Dex paid to take it off their hands just before the Gangoons had a switch up in management.
Right. Heard about that. Royce versus Brick. Hostile takeover.
That sums it up. Dex wants us talking to Royce. Gave the deets of some Militech agent too, but I don't know how much help she stands to be.
Chingon.
Then there's the other thing. Gotta meet the client who put the job on the table. Evelyn Parker.
You? Well, what's Dex gonna do? Ride around in his limo, chat chicks up on the hollow?
Parker wants to meet someone on the crew. Dex gave me the name.
He must know what he's doing. So,
I don't see
how you wanna
myself.
play this? Maelstrom or Parker? What's first?
That's fucked up.
Hey, you with me,
I say we
Mano?
knock on Maelstrom's door first. Pound, actually.
Orale. In that case, I'll hit the all foods. Put my nose to the ground. Stick around. Hasta luego.
I'll just walk the streets. Fuck it.
Stout here. Start by telling me how you got this number.
No more than your number. Heard you misplaced a convoy.
You shut him up. Spill what you know. Don't make me wait.
Nuh-uh, not on the horn. Let's meet, cut a deal.
A deal? Fine. First exit off Skyline, driving towards the NID. Storm channel under the overpass. Meet you there.
Like first person's better. Let me see. Oh yeah, dude, you do see the... Look. Look at it, bro. But you can't see me. Why not? It doesn't show me though. Dude, you should see me right here. See? You should see me. Yeah, it is. Look. Whoa, dude, that's cool. I saw it. Look. It shows the hotel, see? The pink sign? I saw it. Yeah, like me. Get fucked. Bro, I'm the best. What are you doing? Fuck you.
I'm scared of you.
What the? Fuck off. Yeah, you're scared now. You're all dead. What's this? Give me all your shit. What's this?
Come on, I'm right here.
Are you serious? Are you not dead? Please. The fuck out of here. Scavenger rat. This is my town.
Think I'm scared of you.
Are you kidding me? Shut up. You're not dead? Alright, you're getting a nade. Do I have a nade? What's this do? Ooh, gives me... Oh, there's a nade. Okay, she's still alive? Yeah. There's no way she's alive now. Let's see if she talks now. Look, it's just blown apart, dude. I don't know how to use the... Yeah, she's still talking that shit? You still talking that shit? You still talking that shit? Yeah, that's what I thought, motherfucker. In my fucking town. Oh, that's bright. It's so bright, dude. I can't see shit, it's so bright. I don't know, let me turn down game mode. Put it on scenery or something. It's too bright. I gotta turn it down a little bit. Can't see shit. Damn. The fuck, dude? Yeah, there's... I need some shades, yeah? Or there's something, because I got a new eye, I think. It's like, oh, it says my new eye with the trouble with the contrast. I don't need to fuck with it. It said I'd have problems in the beginning. Oh yeah, with like the contrast of the light. That's why... But now it looks fine in this because it's darker.
Look lively. Meredith Stout. Take it you were the one to call?
That'd be me.
Ooh. What?
Thought you could blackmail me, fucker? Set conditions? Got any more for me?
Calm the fuck down, I just want to talk!
Christ, Meredith!
Shut your trap! That fucking thing ready?
All set.
Now answer my questions. Honestly, forthrightly.
Uh-oh.
Are you here alone?
Yep, just little old me.
It's the truth.
Do a sweep, now. Now listen, this piece of shit, Anthony Gilchrist, is he your contact? Is he the one who leaked intel on the convoy?
No.
That guy? Never seen him before.
Checks out.
Listen, I know where the transport is. I can help you. Just want a favor in return.
I told you! I fucking told you! I'm not the mole! Jesus Christ!
Shut him up!
Unhand me now before I... Ugh.
Him you can let go. Wanna hear what he has to say?
I need a bot. Flathead model. Guys who ripped you off have it. Promise me that bot. I'll point the finger.
You have a plan how to deal with them?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Could
kill
just
them
take
all.
it by force, but they're expecting payment. So I could go that route too.
Fine, the latter. But on one condition.
Damn, I know.
With our money.
Sounds solid enough. I'm in.
They did a good job on the
You
faces.
okay with that chip? And that's all you gotta worry about. Try to fuck me in any way, and I'll be seeing you real soon.
I'm gonna steal the money.
You're making a mistake. This girl's already good as dead. She'll take you down with her.
Alright, watch this. How do I get to my inventory in this game? Hi, inventory? You. Y is T is contacts. G. Oops. Oh, okay. What the fuck is this? This shit. Is this for taking pictures? Okay, that's photo mode. N is photo mode. M is map. K is crafting. J is journal. P is your fucking skills. Yeah, that dude needed to show. O is my inventory. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Machine gun. The fuck? That looks so ghetto. That looks like a herb. Okay. 2 perk points available. Dude, this is badass. Free the nips. Shotguns and light machine guns deal 3% more damage. Ooh, I like that. Kind of want something. So with melee guns, quick melee rifles do. Oh, handguns too. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, this gun's sick. Fuck it. Breathe the nips. Okay, that. Relax, bro. The depths. Fry. Oh, missed my turn. Vato. What? What?
Ah, there you are. Let me hear what you squared away.
So Dex already paid the Maelstromers for the Corpo bot. Thing is, can't be sure the gang goons are still willing to hand it over.
He paid up front? Híjole. Well, whatever. Let's go get this tech. You scheme yet? You got a plan? Shh. Gonna
That
be
shit
long?
can go smoothly. This is Maelstrom.
Gang world ain't too complicated. Might's right.
I have something from them, the chip. I have the chip. Where is that chip? Burrito. Where is the... Oh, here it is. Here it is, here it is. How do I... Gee, I want to hack it. There's a way to hack that thing. Hot dog. Fuck. I need... Come on, motherfucker. To the little beaches. Come on, dude. I know I saw it. Like, you could hack this somehow. But never mind. I can't figure it out.
The strong survive.
I'll steal the money from
Either
him.
you fuck others, or you get fucked.
Oh, yeah. I say.
So, into the Borg Beast den.
Let's go see these bastards.
All right, let's knock on their door. See if they even open up. I hate these Borg fuckers. Had to be them.
Just a gang like any other, right?
Oh, shit. We're right here.
The Valentinos. They follow God and the Santa Madre. Honor means something to them. Make moves, mano.
Hit the off switch. I used to do that to
Maelstrom?
people riding.
Just never know.
Is it doing on the highway?
Go on.
Kind of
Let 'em know we're
dangerous.
here.
But it was funny. Me and my friends rode. We were experienced at that time.
Don't know you.
Want to talk to Royce? Dex sent us.
Yeah, I used to do it on the highway. I'd go right next to people and bonk, and then take off.
Cozy place. They could use a few plants, though. Oh, yeah. They look damn well prepared.
Don't think I've ever seen security like this in a chow factory.
Gear from the Jack convoy. Gotta be. Must have been all over it like maggots on dead meat. You hear about their boss, Royce?
Dex mentioned him. Called him special.
Hey, what was in there?
A Militech truck.
Those cabrones only swiped a couple crates. Not a whole fucking semi.
Damn. We'll kick the shit out of your tail plastic if anyone got that close. Move in.
Muchas minas, Holmes. Shit. They expected a whole Militech platoon?
Got a bad feeling creeping up my anti-personnel mine. Directional shrapnel spitter. My favorite.
Subtle.
Oh. Me and my boys rode together so much, man. We were used to ride so close together. In formation and shit. We'd practice. We were homies on the bike, so I wouldn't do that to someone that I'm not used to riding with.
Stay cool. They're just trying to spook us. Chill, V. Remember, we're on their turf. So what do you want?
You got a bot. Model MT0D12, called the Flathead.
And
Oh, that's cool, man.
the hell you care?
Guy I represent already paid Brick for it. I'm just here for the pickup. I can talk direct to Royce if necessary.
Nah, you talk to me. Name's Tum Tum. Now couch, planet. Well, shit. Goes for you too.
I'll stand.
This so fucking hard? Fucking ass on the fucking couch!
Make me.
Thought you'd never ask. Sit your ass down for a planet
Jack, sit down.
This ain't gonna end well, but... Shit.
Well, alright. Come on. Gotta lighten up. Take a hit.
What you blowing?
Jeez.
Esquive. You're
That's awesome.
baby powder.
Yeah, I'm racing out here in
Black
another one.
lace. Tough to
Fun.
get your hands on. Gotta have a good
Go to the
source.
circuits out here.
What's it do?
Some of the road
Ups
courses.
endorse and adrenaline to the point you feel no pain. Trip's so intense it verges on psychosis. Corps fed it to their fighting legions during the Corp Wars.
Cyber psychos pop the tabs like candy. Vaporizing it mellows the burn without killing any of the effect. Come on, give it a whirl.
Thanks, I'm good.
Whatever you say, straight-edged princess. Here we go. The Flathead. Model MT0D12.
Yeah, I'm straight at.
Need to see it.
Sue yourself. Fucking tricked out this thing. Dynamic thermal optic camo armor. Full cognitive immersion with a Raven controller. Pimped out prototype actuators made of titanium, vanadium, Kevlar composite.
Jeez.
And watch this. Fully integrated link too. So when the spider starts crawling up walls dangling from ceilings.
Mm-hmm. Could lose your lunch.
So what you think?
Yep, we'll take it.
Free. Sure. Yeah. Let's see your cred.
Brick got it. It's all paid up.
Brick got it. I don't see any fucking brick around here, do you?
Come on. Can't expect me to pay for this thing twice.
And who the fuck are you to say what can and can't be? You'll pay twice because I say you'll pay twice.
Oh shit, he got shot in the
Alright.
face.
You want the Flathead? I better see some eddies. Asked you a question.
Seeing as you already got the eddies for it, you ought to offer us a discount. A big one.
A discount? Fuck. You know, you never did say who sent you. Never did say who you're working for.
Dexter Deshawn. That's who.
Dexter Deshawn. The lord ass who punching animal fucked half of Pacifica? Then he ain't dead?
No, he's alive, well, and kicking. And he sends his regards.
So you gonna consider my offer now? Bang.
Bring it, cocksuckers! Here is the ugly bastard! Unload on him, Pete! Come close! Fuerte, cabrón!
Correct.
Grab the gear. Bot control shot. Quick! Get out of here.
Get fucked. This is my town.
Got the set. Bot and controller.
And let's go.
I gotta turn that down. Simba. It's too high, the settings.
Quicker the better. Let's get out of here. I'm dying for some fresh air. Ay, huele feo, this meat. Ah, I can taste it.
It's a production line. Plus, I thought you loved me.
Really no other way. Oh, good. Let's go. Vámonos.
It's just a matter of time, motherfucker!
Hey, watch it, B. They got cams.
Can't hide, you know that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jackie Wells. Gotta reload.
Why am I on fire so much? Oh shit. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Fuck! Nade in the air!
Let's have us some fun!
¡Chingada madre!
What the fuck? Ooh. Damn. Maybe I shouldn't have killed him. Maybe I should have killed him, okay? It's on the super hardest difficulty.
Grab the gear. Bot and control side. Quick! Be out of here.
It's the super hardest.
Got the set, bot and controller.
Then let's go. Quicker the better.
Can I use the bot? Oh yeah, that's probably what I want to do in this.
Let's get out of here. I'm dying for some fresh air.
Character. Don't I have the bot somewhere I can equip? So metal, dude. My hat on. Yeah, I have to be able to equip this thing. Where is it? I got that robot. I should be able to use it. Yeah, this one. Why can't I use it? Equipped. Oh yeah, here it is, equipped. How was it equipped though? How do I use the flathead then? Doesn't tell me. Okay, whatever. Give me the meats.
Ay, when it failed, it's meat. Ah, I can taste it.
It's production line. Plus, I thought you loved me.
Really no other way.
You love meat, huh? Or save it. Save here. Meats.
Can't hide. You know that.
Hey, watch it, V. They got cams.
The fuck?
Hide.
Come on out, you little chicken shit!
Ladies and gentlemen, Jackie Wells. V, they can spot you.
I think that got him. Hold on 1 second. I think that got him. Yo, 1 second. Be right back. Meats and Twix meats. The meats.
I ain't late for breakfast!
Where's these guys?
Watch out, the mark.
Uh-huh.
Got you all to myself!
Detonator, armed.
Careful now. Guess that's all of them.
All right. Why is it hostile still?
Baby steps, V. Enemies watching.
What? I heard something.
Bueno, ¿qué chingados estás esperando?
Whoops. Take all the goods.
Go, go, go!
Hide.
You scared now?
Move!
Go, go, go! Go, go, go! That's how we do it!
What? There's no way.
Watch out, no Marcos.
Can't hide. You know that.
All cleaned up.
Over here, friend. Come on out. We can be friends.
Tickets will only be available for purchase to those with a credit rating above 700. For all of Lizzie Wizzy's other fans, the concert will be available to you.
Can't hide. You know that.
And that's your latest, Night City. Until next time. Hello, my name is Arif Iqbal, and this is WNS News. We return to this week's shocking story, the cyber psycho attack on Night City Mayor Lucius Ryan.
Going down.
Under heavy fire.
Cover me, V!
Can't hide. You know that. And here I thought this day would be a news.
Get him, man.
Oh, it lights me on fire. I get it. The camera does that now.
All cleaned up.
It's like a debuff. Okay, so I have to hack those cameras then.
Be calm. They'll spot us.
Can't hide. You know that. I'm into the light for you.
I'm messing with?
Gotta get that motherfucker.
Looks like it's just you and me.
Oh.
All through. Like 330% of recommended daily volume.
What the hell is this thing? Go back up the stairs. Get rid of this shit later, I'm pretty sure. I think it's O. Yep, O. The fuck is that, a shotgun? Ooh, it's nice. Almost 75. Inventory. No. I want no mod, okay. Can do the shotgun in here, I think, maybe? Yeah, and then this would be my best. Alright, that's cool. Better pants. Better shoes. They got better shoes? Yeah. Alright. Nothing for my face yet. Character.
Playtime's over.
Oh, this can't be happening!
Nice shot. Guess that's all of them.
I think so. Let's check everything.
Guess that's all of them.
See if I can hack the door.
Fucking bombs. All cleaned up. Guess that's all of them.
Alright, got everybody. We're heading out, bros. Up here. Ooh.
Not far now, I say. Exit's close.
What the hell?
I like you can loot a lot in this game. Jeez.
Come on, V. Let's get out of here.
This is looting supreme.
Militech. You got those things buzzing around everywhere. Past the gate. We can talk there. Like a Militech bitch.
Bet you didn't expect to see me here. You know, I like the way you operate. Maybe you'd do some more work for us.
Be more than glad to.
Till next time then, V. Corporate gods willing. Secure the area.
Time we were on our way, Canal. Holy shit, V. I wasn't sure we'd walk out in one piece.
Thanks, Jack. Solid as ever.
Hey, yeah, you too, but, hey, what's this about? You feeling all right?
Yeah, I want to make sure, you know? We're good together. I like how we do things.
I do too, V. I do too. Hey, let Dex know we got his toy for him. And then I say we hit the afterlife. You know, do some shots.
Do some shots.
Ahí luego, V.
How things looking, Mr. V?
Got the bot.
And how'd it go? Run into any trouble? And what about the Militech angle?
Sure, of course there was trouble. Royce couldn't have given two shits that you and Brick had shaken on.
How'd you get him on board? You used the corpo woman?
Met with Stout, managed to strike a deal.
Well, well.
Gave me the chip with the scratch from Maelstrom.
So you paid for the flathead with corp cash?
No. Decided I could use the Eddies myself. And I just grabbed the bot.
Just like that?
Not just. Had to use violence.
You got some balls, Mr. V. What about the meet with Evelyn Parker?
Still on the to-do list.
Mm-hmm. That meet's the only thing that'll get you a chance at grabbing that
Tarkov
chip.
sucks, yeah.
Parker'll be waiting for you at
Rough.
Lizzie's bar. Good luck.
Did you just get railed?
Mr. V, there a problem?
Nah, everything's all good.
Best to get back to work then. Be in touch.
Yeah. I didn't talk crap about the game. I didn't talk crap. I just said I hope it's whatever they showed on the trailers. The graphics are pretty good. They're not like the trailer looking good. Because CD Projekt, I already said yesterday CD Projekt Red was a good developer. They've only made like 3 or 4 games and they've been good. But I don't know, I haven't played enough of it to say if it's good yet. Yet. Good morning, bro. I'm always talking shit though, bro. I'm skeptical. The gaming industry has made it this way for us, my friend. For all the letdowns. And those wandering eyes.
Looking a little put out there, input. Interest you in a preem BD?
Sure, and I go.
Hold it. House rules first. There will be severe penalties for any unauthorized recording. No drugs, no groping. Someone catch your eye? You do not grab them. You find them in the catalog, ask for a BD, and get yourself a box.
I really look that green to you. Like I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Door's open.
What the
Have
fuck?
fun, input. Welcome to Lizzie's. My, what a sweet little face you have.
What the fuck?
Well, what?
I don't know. The fuck? Wandering eyes? I have no idea what you mean. With the winky face? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no surprise there.
Is there a way to walk in this so you don't go so fast?
All depends what you're into. Maybe you can tell me about it.
Hey,
Get you something.
so, curious. The name Lizzie's, is that the owner?
Not for a long while, no. And it's none too sweet a story.
Now I'm just flat interested.
Real Lizzie ran a strip joint out of this place back in the day. Lizzie's Bar.
Lizzie's
Paid
bar.
right, insured, even had decent security. Good spot, all in all.
Let me guess. It didn't last?
No, Tiger Claws took care of that. Tiger beat one of Lizzie's girls real bad once. No hesitation, Lizzie blasted the guy's balls off. Gang came back the next day. Liz was done.
Tigers gave this place up to the Mox in the end, though, didn't they?
Sort of. The Moxes had to make a deal with him. Luckily, they kept their heads, organized quick. Big boss now is Susie Q. But the sign stayed up, out of respect. And biz booms to this day.
I'm looking for Evelyn Parker. You know if she's here?
Who's asking?
Big tipper. Generous when I get the answers I'm looking for.
Appreciate the gesture, truly. But afraid I don't get paid to talk. Opposite, actually.
It's all right, Mateo. I was waiting for this one.
What?
Evelyn Parker. I knew it was you as soon as you walked in.
Sense on? Only tequila I drink. How would you know?
I like to know everything about the people I work with. Either that or it was just a lucky guess.
Mind if we talk about the job? Heard you got something for me.
Wavy.
But not here. Come with me. We'll be in the lounge, Mateo. Anyone asks, we're not here.
Alright, and I'll have to leave it at that cliffhanger. See where we go in the club here. Gonna do some shit around the house. Alright, guys. I'll see you later, Odin and Kim. Peace out, guys. Bye. Bye.